Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware. I'm Charlie McGraw. We're here at Rhinebeck High School for homecoming as the Panthers get set to host Haldane. Haldane is 4-1, Rhinebeck's 3-2, and a pretty good evenly matched two smaller schools here at Rhinebeck today, Elijah.
Yeah, it should be a good one, Charlie. We have both teams coming in hungry for a win. It's Rhinebeck's homecoming, so you know they have that extra little push to give them the advantage. So we'll see how things turn out.
And when we get back, we'll have the opening kickoff next on LMC Varsity Sports.
Testing. All right, gentlemen, as captains, you're the leaders of your team, and as such, we're going to give you the respect that you've earned. If we have a problem with someone on your team, we'll come to you and expect you to take care of it. If we have a flag on the play, I'll ask the captain of the offended team to come over. Let me explain all of the options. If you need help with your coach, you can ask for help. And if you need me to explain the options again, I will do so as many times as necessary. But once you've made your decision, it's fine. I'm going to flip the coin up and then hit the ground. It's a head. It's a tail. It's a head. It's a tail. As visitors, you'll call a coin toss. Where you call? Those tails. It's a head. You've won the toss. You want the ball. What goal do you want? That one. We'll see. Okay, gentlemen, let's shake hands. Let's go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Rhinebeck High School welcomes you to the 2018 homecoming and senior day football game.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, I'm Charlie McGraw alongside Elijah Ware. Our cameramen are Sean Kelly, Shane McIver, and Rob Moretti, who is the LMC TV Varsity Sports producer. Kicked off by the quarterback from Haldane, Matt Champlin, and it'll be taken by Luke Murphy at the 30, and he'll run for 11 yards to the 41, so Rhinebeck will have good field position, as we'll see the quarterback Evan Falco in their reinvented offense. Elijah, as last year in the last 10 years, longest time they ran just run offense basically, and now they're heavy passing as Falco has no one in the backfield right here with 5 wide.
Yeah, so Evan Falco, he's the leading passer in Rhinebeck history for yards in a single season. So he looks to expand upon that today, and he gets sacked and fumbled on the first play.
And Haldane recovers. First play caused by number Will Westerhouse, and that was recovered by
for Haldane by number 25
Peter Smith.
And that's not how Rhinebeck wanted to start their homecoming game, Charlie.
From the Black Hats.
No, it was not, Elijah, as they blitzed heavy, and Westerhouse had the forced fumble, the senior tackle, big kid on the defensive line, and then it was picked up by number 55, Peter Smith, and Westerhouse will lead him out as he's the center, and they'll have shotgun with the quarterback being actually number 15, not number 5. And he'll be tackled for no gain by Tyler Simon, as the quarterback is Daniel Santos, not Matt Champlin.
Short loss on the play for the Black Cats, number
good
24,
response by
Tyler
the
Simon.
defense, getting that first stop after the turnover. Try to swing the momentum just a little bit back towards their way. So we'll see how Haldane responds to get stopped on that first play of their drive.
Not a sack because they got him at the line of scrimmage, but no gain, and that'll be completed to Champlin. Champlin holding the ball, palming it right out there, and he'll get all the way down to the 4-yard line. So a 31-yard pass from Santos to Champlin, and Haldane will have first and goal with less than a minute gone by in this one.
Yeah, quick little screen pass. Out to the receiver. He got upfield, found a gap within the defense, then broke it back outside, went up the sideline, got a great gain of 31 yards. Good play by Haldane.
Not only that, but they had the turnover to start the game, so they'll receive in the second half, and it's like they've got received on both halves because there was only one play where they turned it over right away. And that's a run for Haldane, about a gain of 1 by Sam Giacinta, the fullback.
And Haldane carry goes for a short gain on the tackle.
So it'll be second and goal from the 3.
Ramos.
So with Haldane starting off this game in great field position, likely to get a score here, some type of points on the board. Rhinebeck dug themselves in a hole, so we'll see if they can get this goal line stopped.
Second and goal, the quarterback will keep it, and he'll get maybe 1 yard on the keeper, will Daniel Santos, and he'll be, it'll bring up third and goal from the 2, and 2 stops inside the 5 on first and goal, and this was a big play here, third and goal for Haldane here.
Yeah, so I think it's an even bigger play for Rhinebeck, as they want to get a stop and hold their team to 0 points here to start the game after turning the ball over. That was a huge play, a huge momentum shift. So we'll see if Rhinebeck can hold up. And
it'll be a keep by the fullback who was in the formation by himself, and the Wildcat, and he'll score, Sam Giacinta. So he scores on a 2-yard TD run, as it was the running back keeper, as it was a direct snap to Giacinta. The quarterback, Santos, wasn't even in behind the line, and they'll go for 2 here. A lot of these smaller schools this year don't have kickers, and Haldane is no other, and pretty sure Rhinebeck doesn't have one as well. As the first game we had against Croton, Rob said they didn't kick, so both teams without kickers. That also makes for interesting kickoffs, as we saw Haldane's kickoff only went to the 30.
That'll be a false start called on Haldane.
So that'll push him back 5 yards.
Against the Blue Devils.
So the attempt will be
knockoff and replay the extra point.
So the 2-point conversion will now be from the 8-yard line as opposed to the 3, and it'll be Champlin. That's Haldane with 9:57, so just 2 minutes 3 seconds gone by. They already lead 6-0. They fake it. Champlin throws it towards the end zone, and it'll be caught for the 2 points. Nice catch there by Percocello, and Thomas Percocello has the 2-point conversion, and Rhinebeck trails 8-0. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Champlin will kick off once again, second time as they kicked off to start the game, and another short kick, but this one will squib all the way to the 20-yard line, and it'll be picked up and breaking free and going all the way to the house. Ryan Ramos at the 10, and he'll score untouched for the Black Cat touchdown. Ryan Ramos took 12 seconds untouched. Squib kick, and that's an answer, Elijah, for Rhinebeck.
Yeah, huge response by Ryan Ramos, taking it all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. Special teams is a big difference maker a lot of times in football games, and Ramos just made a huge play, Charlie.
And it'll be an 80-yard, when it's all said and done, an 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. As it rolled, it squibbed about 20 yards as it landed on about the 35-40 and rolled all the way to the 20, where Ramos picked it up and was untouched for the touchdown.
He had great blocking up front. His guys created a wall for him. He found a seam in the defense and broke free.
And Rhinebeck, like Haldane, no kicker, so they'll go for 2. in motion, flip to Ramos, and he will get around the edge, and he'll score the 2-point conversion and tie it at 2. So Ramos gets by, made a nice move to shake free of Nate Allen, and it'll be 8-all with 9:46 to go, and we'll be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, and Ryan Eck will kick off for the first time, and it'll be Jeremy Allen, a squib kick, like a short, almost, not an onside, but almost an onside squib kick, and we'll have a flag on the play. I think it was a hit on Haldane.
On the return for the Blue Devils, number 5, Matt Champlin. There's a flag down on the field.
As that was returned by Champlin for 15 yards.
And the call is an illegal block in the back against the Blue Devils.
Good call, Elijah. And it'll be a penalty on Haldane, and it'll push the Blue Devils back.
So big response from Ryan, getting the score on special teams and completing the 2-point conversion after Haldane got the turnover on the first play of the game and took it down for 6 and got a 2-point conversion of their own. So we're tied up here at 8 apiece with 9:38 to go in the first quarter. Now I'm looking for Haldane to continue passing the
That'll be a
ball.
10-yard mark off from the spot of the foul. It'll move the Blue Devils back.
They're going to mix it up with
inside
the
their
running
own
the pass a
30-yard
little
line,
bit,
would be
but
first and 10.
they like the shotgun formation, so I'm looking for them to continue to pass and try to get the ball downfield and get some quick scores.
Let's go, Panthers!
Once again, it'll be Daniel Santos behind center with Champlin, the wide receiver, who's listed as the quarterback / wide receiver, but Santos will hand off to the fullback, Giacinta, who scored the touchdown, and he'll gain 20 yards for a Haldane first down. So he's up to about 30 yards rushing so far, and a quick first down. And that was a good play call because Ryan, like you, thought they were going to pass,
Right.
and they ran it right down their throat.
Yeah, great draw play from Haldane and a good run from Giacinta. He got upfield, made a good cut, and we'll see him get it right here again.
And he'll go the other way this time towards us, and he'll get 3-4 stiff arms, and that is a first down. What a run. He stiff-armed 3 people and
on the carry,
got
number
the
25,
first down.
Giacinta.
So Giacinta with 40 yards. Well, he only gave him 9. He stepped out right before
bring
the
up
first
second
down,
down and
second and
short.
1. So it'll be, he'll have about 37 yards on this drive already.
Yeah, Giacinta running strong thus far. It'll be second down and about 2. So we'll see if they go to him again to get another first down and keep this drive going.
So it'll be Santos. Fake it to Giacinta, and he will get the first down. Is tackled by Ramos, and it'll be
And on that carry
first down,
for the Blue Devils, number
Haldane.
15, Daniel Santos.
as the quarterback keeper by Santos. Actually, it was an option.
Go, Ryan! Defense!
So he faked it to Giacinta, and then he got the first down.
It was enough for a first down. It'll be first and 10
That
for
was strange
Haldane.
because it was clearly a first
From the
down, but the
Black Hats,
refs
41-yard
discussed
line.
it like it was like they were going to measure it, but then they realized I guess the angle of the field kind of confused them a little.
Good run by Santos, getting that first down. Got just enough to move the chains.
Hand off to Giacinta, and another gain of more than 5 yards as he gets about 5 or 6, and it'll be first down. It'll be second and 5
Carried by
from the
number 25,
Rhinebeck
Sam
37.
Giacinta
Yeah,
picks
good
up
patient run by Sam
about 5
Giacinta.
yards.
Waited a half a
It'll
second,
bring up
found the
second
hole
down.
in
And
the
on the tackle for
defense,
the Black Hats,
got
number
upfield
77,
for
Matthew
it.
Tella.
Made something out of nothing.
And for Rhinebeck, they might need 2 guys to bring him down, as Giacinta's pretty big, although they'll take him out on this play, give him a blow. And he'll go to the sidelines as he has the water bottle in his hand, and he'll be replaced by backup Darren Santos, listed as a running back, as where Giacinta is that. Him and the quarterback Santos, Daniel Santos, and Darren, wonder if they're twins. They're both sophomores.
Double Black Hats in on the tackle.
Ran into
Play
each
goes
other.
for a short
The 2
loss. It'll
twins
bring up
right
third
there
down.
had a mix of communication,
Right.
and Daniel, the quarterback, ran into his twin brother Darren. Santos, and if they are twins, Santos same sophomore, and Darren.
They're supposed to have that telepathy there, Charlie. I don't understand what happened there.
And Darren will go back to the sidelines, and coming back in will be the starter, Giacinta. Listed as a fullback, used as a running back though. And Santos will throw it wide open. On the far side of the field is Bichak and Jagger. Bichak with his first catch of the game, and that'll move the chains first down. Nice pass by Santos, and Bichak was wide open.
Yeah, good route by Bichak. Getting to the sideline, getting upfield, getting out of bounds.
Number 11, Jagger.
Made a good
Bichak.
play on the sideline.
It wasn't enough for first down. It'll be first and 10 for the Blue Devils from inside the Black Cat 30-yard line.
What Bichak did on that play, he found a soft spot within the defense, right in between the zone. And a great pass by Santos.
And he'll hand off to the fullback, once again Giacinta, and Giacinta will gain about 8-9 yards, and so he'll rumble forward to the 20, and it'll be 2nd and 2 for Haldane, and Giacinta is getting positive yards on every run here.
That was another great run, great decision, great cutback by Giacinta. Used his vision and his patience in order to make something out of nothing once again, and picking up 8 yards.
Let's go defense! Stop it! Get him! Get it! That's it!
And that run will be stopped at the line of scrimmage as Santos couldn't get anything, and he'll lose a yard or two, and it'll be 3rd and 4, and a big play for both teams here. From the Rhineck
That play for the Blue Devils goes for a 3-yard loss. It'll bring up 3rd down. Several Black Hats in on the tackle, including number 54, Luke Pucella.
So it'll be 3rd and 4 from the Rhineck 23 for Daniel Santos, the sophomore quarterback, and Sam Giacinta will be behind him. The fullback, and another completion, and he will fumble it and then recover it. Will the Percacholo will, he gains 15 yards, fumbled it, and then picked it up and went out of bounds at the
Blue Devils number 8, Thomas.
Yeah, another great route by a Blue Devils receiver, running the out route. Santos rolled out, bought himself a little bit of time, made a play on the sidelines, got out of bounds, and got to the goal line. So now the Blue Devils have another chance to score.
It's on about officially the 4-yard line, 1st and goal from the 4. Before they had it 1st and goal from the 5, and they didn't score until it was 3rd and goal from the 2, when it was a 2-yard keeper on the direct snap. And this is a keeper though by Santos towards the goal line, and he scores. So a delayed call from the official, but he gets in, and Santos, Daniel Santos, 5-yard TD run, and it is 14-8, and they'll go for 2 with 5:42 to go. Already 22 points here, almost just past the halfway mark of this first half. First quarter, thank you. And Santos has a man open, and instead he throws to the one who was covered, but he scores Bichak, so it's a
and that 2-point conversion is good. Completes number 11.
Bichak from Santos, and it'll be 16-8 Haldane, and we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Champlin will kick off, and it'll bounce. It'll take a Haldane bounce all the way to the 15 as it was misplayed a little by Colasante. Colasante will get through one, and he'll take it for 8-9 yards to the 25-yard line.
And on the return for the Black Hats, number 37.
Falco will come in after getting the plays from
brings ball back to the Black Hats 25-yard line, where it'll be first
and my
down
good friend from
10.
college, Kevin McQuaid, over on the sidelines as Falco comes in now.
Yeah, so this is the first time Rhineck's offense has been back on the field since their first play of the game. So we'll see if they talk some things over, got some things together with the offensive line to avoid another big turnover to start their drive.
As the first play of the game was a sack on Falco, and that forced by Will Westerhouse. and picked up by Peter Smith. And Tyler Simon with the run 2 yards. As they're going, they didn't want the same thing to happen where you get sacked again and a forced fumble, so they handed off to Simon.
On the carry for the Blackhawks.
Also, on that first play where there was hit, there was
Number
somebody in the
24, Tyler
backfield.
Simon.
They had 5 wide receivers.
Short gain,
Yeah,
so
they
bring
had
up second
Simon.
down.
Right, so he had no extra protection in the backfield. So now he has Simon back there again. So we'll see if he gets the ball or if it's another pass play.
And he'll pass it here, and it'll be a bad pass as Quartararo was the intended receiver, and it's thrown in front of him out of his reach. So it'll be now 3rd and 9 from the Rhineck 27.
Let's go, Rhineck! Let's go, Rhineck! Let's go!
Falco with Simon next to him, Quartararo in motion, going to the other side. Falco looking for it, but he'll be stripped to the ball, and it looks like Rhineck got it back, and they did, as it was recovered by Jeremy Allen, and it'll stay with Rhineck, but they'll have to punt.
That carry goes for a short gain to bring up 4th down. There was a fumble on the play, recovered by the Blackhawks.
It definitely was a fumble.
Jeremy Allen.
Just before his knee hit the ground. But nonetheless, Rhineck's going to have to punt here and give the ball back to Haldane, whose offense has looked unstoppable thus far in this game.
It was a good fumble recovery by Allen, as Haldane would have got the ball at the 40, at the 30, 28. Instead, Rhineck will punt it, and we'll see what Quartararo can do from the punt. Wobbly snap, he gets it, line drive, punts, fielded at the 45. He gets by Ramos, the first guy, and on the far side, and he'll take it to the 28-yard line. So where they would have started if they recovered the fumble, they get right there on the punt because of the about 28 yards, because he went from the 46 to the 28.
Sam
Giacinta, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Haldane's powerful offense here on homecoming at Rhineck.
Yeah, Sam Giacinta has been a difference maker thus far in this first quarter. He's returned punts. He's made plays from the fullback position. So I'm looking for him to keep getting fed the ball to keep this game going for the Blue Devils. And then here he is.
And here's Giacinta, but that's thrown in the area of holding.
For Haldane by number 25, Sam Giacinta. However, there is a flag down on the field. And the indication is a holding penalty against the Blue Devils.
And it'll be holding against Haldane. So that'll push him back.
And although Giacinta has been playing well, his offensive line has been playing well along with him, creating holes for him, creating cutback lanes for him to burst into. So shout out to their offensive line.
Even though they didn't wind up counting, that was his least gain.
And after that penalty,
it was only like 2 or 3 yards, but they got pushed back anyway because of the holding, so it didn't count, because it'll be replayed. But besides that, every gain he's had is 5 or 6 yards, since that play doesn't count too. As it'll be pitched to Giacinta. Giacinta will get back to the original line of scrimmage and more, as it'll be a 12-yard gain for Haldane, and they'll have 2nd and 8. Good run once again and a good pitch by Santos.
Yep. Santos got it out quick. He seen the defensive lineman trailing him, so he got it out quick to Giacinta so he could have some room to run. And he made a big play, 12-yard gain.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 from the Rhineck 27 for Haldane.
Coach McConville for Haldane has been doing a great job of mixing up his play calling, a little run, a little pass, a little option to keep the Rhineck defense off balance. Not sure if this is offsides.
I think it is offsides. It's offsides. So it'll be 2nd and 3 now.
And that flag before the snap was for encroachment against the Blackhawks. And after that 5-yard penalty, it'll still be 2nd down.
And it will be taken by the backup, running back, the other Santos brother, Darren. Darren Santos got it from his brother Daniel, and Darren takes it for a first down. 1st and 10 from the 15 for Haldane.
Good strong run from Darren Santos. Ran over a defender and got all the way to the sticks to move the chains for the first down.
We're just inside the Black Cats 15-yard line.
Once again, it'll be the Santos brothers in the backfield as the starter Giacinta is on the sidelines. Handed off to Santos, and Darren Santos will get down to the 8-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 9-yard line.
Yeah, those 5, 6, 7, and 8 gaps
for
Haldane are wide open right now. That seems like their bread and butter, so they're constantly attacking those gaps and getting good yardage on every play.
And Daniel Santos will run with it, look to throw it, they're trying to strip him, but they can't, and he'll be sacked, as it'll be the Rhinebeck players Gennaro Bianco and Matthew Tella combining for the sack. So it'll be 3rd and
that play goes for a short loss to bring up 3rd down for the Blue Devils.
3rd and 6.
And on the tackle for the Black Cats, number 70, Gennaro Bianco.
For the Rhinebeck defense there.
Yeah, big stop for Rhinebeck's defense. Now it's 3rd down. See if they can get another stop to maybe end this first quarter, go and talk things over with their coach, and come out and make a big play on 4th down. That would be ideal for the Panthers.
And this one will be pitched to Darren Santos from Daniel Santos, and he'll get all the way towards the goal line, and he'll score. Darren Santos from his brother Daniel Santos, and it is 22-8.
And they get that one just inside the pylon.
Haldane, and Rhinebeck has a big hole here with 53 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, Darren Santos, he saw the lane, he ran straight for the pylon, and he got there to get in for another touchdown, the 3rd touchdown in the first quarter for the Blue Devils.
3rd different player to score too, as Daniel Santos has a 5-yard run, Darren Santos has an 8-yard run, and Sam Giacinta has a 2-yard run. And this 2-point conversion is caught by Haldane.
And that 2-point conversion is complete.
As it's
the number 5, Matt.
Pass to Champlain, and Champlain, the 3rd different player to catch a 2-point conversion, as Percacholo and Bichek, and now Champlain, and it is 24-8, and we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. And we're back here on LMC Varsity Sports. So Squibbit Quartararo will pick it up, and he'll run through the line as he got it at the 35, and he'll run it for 11 yards. So Quartararo will take it.
And on the return for the Black Cats, number 88, Matt Quartararo.
For 11 yards to the 46. So Quartararo
brings that ball out to the Black Cats 46 yard
will have it 1st and 10 from their own 46. And what do we need to see from the Rhinebeck offense as they had the 3 and out and they had a turnover?
Well, they need to get some momentum going, whether it's through the run game or the pass game. The bad news is they're down 24-8 in the first quarter, but the good news is they're down in the first quarter. So Rhinebeck still has some time to come back, make a couple plays, and get back in this game.
Falco throws it to Ramos. He gets through, and he will go all the way down to the Haldane 32-yard line. And good first play for 20 yards. As it's from the 48, actually 22 yards, from the 46 to the 31-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Rhinebeck at the Haldane 31, and a nice play there, and a good move by Ramos. They need to get him the ball more, as he's got that 80-yard return, and that's the first throw to him, and they complete it.
Yeah, Ramos has been explosive in this game, so let's see if they continue to try and go to him.
He looks at Ramos, does Falco, doesn't have him, he takes off, and there's not one Rhinebeck player blocking downfield, and it gets swarmed by the Blue Devils, taken down by Brad Dowd, and it'll be Brad Dowd and Craig Dowd, the Dowd brothers. So they got the Dowd brothers seniors, and then the Santos brothers, sophomores. It's a family affair in Haldane. So we'll be right back. 24-8,
And that
Haldane
brings
over
us to the
Rhinebeck.
conclusion of the
As
first
Rhinebeck will
quarter.
have
We'd like to
second
announce
and
quickly to all
5
fans to
on the
stay in your
Haldane
seats at
26.
halftime.
When we
Today
switch,
we have a Hall of Fame induction ceremony
sides
that'll
of
be
the
taking
field.
place again at halftime. Follow.
Back here with LMC Varsity Sports, and Haldane makes a big tackle on the first play of the game. Number 20,
first play of the second quarter.
Doug Donahue on the play, and now it's third down.
Quarter, it'll bring up third down.
So 24-8 to start the second quarter. Rhinebeck has dug themselves in a big hole so far, Charlie. So what do you think they have to do to get out of it?
Yeah, Elijah. Well, they tried to run a quick play there to start the second quarter, and Simon, the run went for no gain. Try and get the ball in the hands of Ramos, who's lined up as the lone receiver on the right side, and see if they can block maybe for Falco if he can't get in the air, and he can run for it here, but it looks like that'll be holding.
Yes, so to be a flag on play, that one's nearly picked off by Haldane. So we'll see what the flag is all about.
It'll be interesting. That'll back them up, but it'll be fourth down. The Rhinebeck would go for it here, but do you back them up and make it 3rd and 16, or do you take it at 4th and 6?
I think I'll make it 4th
and
down.
6. Yeah, you decline it. Right? Make it.
I don't know. That's a tough decision. Either 3rd and 16 or 4th and 6.
4th and 6, because I mean you just stopped them on 3rd and 6. Your defense is doing good. They want to back them up though. I would say keep it 4th down. That could be a break for Rhinebeck, but we'll see what happens on this play.
So Coach McConville does decide to back them up and make it 3rd and 16.
And after that 10-yard mark off from the spot of the foul, it'll bring up third down and long for the Black Hats.
So it's actually from the spot of the foul, so it's about 3rd and 20, 21.
As it happened behind the line of scrimmage.
Right. So Evan Falco in at quarterback, Simon alongside him to his left, 3 wide to the left. And Falco goes deep and he has a man, he's open, but he couldn't track the ball. And this one is incomplete.
That pass intended for number 37, Michael Colasanti, falls incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down.
So Colasanti couldn't quite track that one in the air. Maybe the sun got in his eyes. But a shot was taken by Falco, and that was 4th down and long, and the Panthers will punt.
Nate Allen on the coverage for Haldane did just enough, did a little hand check, but it was okay, because it was a clean one, and made it the 4th down. Here is the punt coverage. Comes on, and Corderaro will punt it.
So Corderaro in the punt, back to receive for Haldane. The Sam Giacenta, who had a good return on his first one, and he lets this one bounce nearly into the end zone, but a great punt by Corderaro.
That punt is down inside the 5-yard line.
Backing up Haldane at the 1-yard line. So this is Haldane will have to go the full length of the field if they want another touchdown. With 10:52 left to go in this second quarter.
Perfect punt by Corderaro. It'll be the punt from the 46, so it'll be a 45-yard punt with a 15-yard roll as it went right over the head of Champlin, and it'll be about the two for Haldane, and that's where they'll start 1st and 10 from their own 2. But this is a golden opportunity for possible safety. I mean, they'll run it out with the big guy, Will Haldane. That's Giacenta, who's dominated so far running the ball. And no, actually they'll keep it. No, they'll give it to Giacenta, and he runs 5 yards to get it out. A direct snap to Giacenta.
Yeah, so Giacenta gets up the field, gains about 5 or 6 on the play. It's now 2nd down. Giacenta's been getting 5, 6, 7 yards a pop every time he's touched the ball.
And every snap has been out of shotgun too, so he's getting it behind a little further back than if it was in a regular formation.
Yeah, let's see if maybe that can throw off the Rhinebeck defense later on in the game with the direct snap going to Giacenta and him maybe passing the ball.
So that's the second. Well, the other time they direct snapped, he was the main guy. There they direct snapped to, and he was next to him.
So now you have Santos keeping the ball, and he runs up, but he was down.
Good call.
Yeah.
Great call by the official. Clearly down. his arm was down and his leg was down, and half his body was down.
Number 15, Daniel Santos.
So about a 12-yard run from Santos, giving him the first down.
Blown dead prior to the fumble. So it'll be first and 10
because the ground caused the fumble.
Right.
Just inside their own 20-yard line.
So it'll be first down for the Blue Devils as they'll line up in the shotgun formation once again. Giacinta in the backfield behind Santos. 3 wide to his right. And he gives the handoff to Giacinta, but he's stuffed by Simon and a number of Rhinebeck defenders.
First time. Oh, a late penalty. Late penalty thrown by the official far side.
And that play for the Blue Devils goes for short loss. However, there is a flag down on the field.
I think a guy came late from the pile
For Rhinebeck?
Maybe, I don't know. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Haldane, so he came in late trying to get somebody out.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
So that's a big penalty. I think it's 15 or 10 or 15 yards. 15, right? So that'll push him.
Yeah, so that'll push
all
him
the way
back
to the 3. So it's 10 yards.
Half the distance, maybe.
Half the distance.
So it'll be first and about 17 for Haldane, as they got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty with 9:32 left to go in the second quarter. So we'll see if they can make up that ground and keep this drive going. Giacinta in the backfield. Well, actually it's Santos, Darren Santos along in the backfield now with his brother at quarterback. And the referee is telling the sticks to change it to second down.
Oh yeah, because that's a loss of downs. Because unsportsmanlike conduct is automatically a loss of downs, like intentional grounding and unsportsmanlike because the play counts because it was after. So it's 2nd and 17, not. And because but he didn't gain 3 yards. Why is it only like an 8-yard penalty? Wouldn't it be a little further back?
Maybe it's from the spot of the foul and it was upfield. He got some yards on that play.
Like 1 or 2. Even though they stopped him.
So Santos takes the snap. He fumbles, and this one is being fought for in the pile. And this one is blown dead. And it looks like it's Rhinebeck's ball. So a huge play for Rhinebeck. Getting the ball in enemy territory.
That recovery, it'll be
looks like it'll be about
goal.
Might have
the 8-yard line. Rhinebeck starts this drive at, so a big play for the Panthers.
Tough to see who got it. It was either coming from the pile was Luke Crucella or Gennaro Bianco. One of them two looked like they may have recovered it. Or it's tough to tell though.
Yeah, so a huge play for Rhinebeck as they're in scoring position and try to get back into this game, being down 24-8.
I really fumbled that badly though because
This is Falco and he slips and falls.
On that play, Haldane had jumped on it like. One guy jumped on it and then went through him. Another guy jumped on it and went through him. And then Rhinebeck was able to recover it. So it was really a sloppy play by Haldane, but Rhinebeck was able to take advantage. But if they won't be able to take advantage, like they don't have a field goal kicker, so they got to score. 2nd and goal from the 12.
Yeah, and the Haldane defense has been superb thus far in this game. The only score coming from special teams for Rhinebeck. So we'll see if they can get these 12 yards that they need.
But they haven't been pushed like this. They haven't. They've been taken over on. They've had more space than this. They haven't been backed up guarding their own end zone.
So Falco will keep this one. He runs up the middle, but he's stuffed.
It's 1 or 2.
Looks like who was there first was number 51, Will Westerhuis for the Blue Devils.
Picks up a short gain. It'll bring up 3rd down.
So Westerhuis gets the stop for the Blue Devils, and it's now 3rd down. Still goal, but 11 yards to go into the end zone for the Panthers.
So we'll say the play that they call here. Falco will get it. Simon next to him, and 3 wideouts in the tight end Quartararo.
So Falco, he goes to the air on this one, and this one is nearly caught. but a good play.
Good pass by
Nate
Falco.
Allen.
For number 37, Michael Colasanti falls
A
in.
good pass by Falco.
And it brings up
Good defensive
fourth
play
down.
by Nate Allen, number 24 for the Blue Devils.
Colasanti's got to have that.
Colasanti had touched his fingertips, but great timing by
Went through.
Allen.
Going
to
through his
knock that one out.
fingertips. If it's there, I mean, it was not the easiest catch, but it was catchable. But another good play by Allen. We saw him on the last drive too. Make a good play. And now it's fourth.
So it's fourth down. Falco with Simon to his right. He goes up the pass. He lofts this one up to Cotteraro, and this one is out of the back of the end zone.
He caught it, but
And
this is a turnover on downs, and Haldane will take back over
First
after the
and 10
turnover.
for the Blue Devils.
really disappointing
From
following the
11-yard
turnover
line.
from Rhinebeck that happens there, as they lost 3 yards on that possession. Because they had first and goal from the 7, and they wound up going to fourth and goal from the 10 and not scoring.
Yeah,
that's a big loss. That's a good stop by the defense from Haldane.
Yeah, very demoralizing to Rhinebeck. They got the ball in great scoring position, but weren't able to capitalize. So Haldane would take back over, still up 24-8. And it's Santos in the backfield with Giaconti behind him, and he breaks free on the left side, up the sideline, and it looks like he's just shy of a first down, getting up to the 19-yard line.
Giacinta just
And that
stepped
carry
out.
by Haldane's number 25, Sam Giacinta. Goes for 7 yards before he's forced out of bounds. It'll bring up second down and 3.
So as we said before, Charlie, Giacinta, he gets 7-8 yards a pop every carry, and he's really been the main difference maker in this game thus far, along with his offensive line blocking for him. So it's Santos in the backfield, ready to take the snap, and Rhinebeck is bringing the heat. This one's pitched out to Giacinta, and he gets upfield, but he is stopped
First down.
by Luke Murphy after the first down.
So it'll be first and 10 from the
And that
30.
carry for the Blue Devils,
From the
looking up for a
25.
first down.
Nice play by Santos on the
Leading in
pitch
charge
to
for the
Giacinta.
Blackcats defense, number 11, Luke Murphy.
So another first down for Haldane as they continue to move the ball. 7 minutes left to go in this first half, as the Blue Devils look to continue driving and get another score to expand upon their lead. Santos in the backfield, still in the shotgun. Giacinto to his left as he has a man in motion, and it's number 8, Thomas Pericciolo. And he picks up 5 on the play. It'll be second down.
Percacciolo with the gain of 6 yards on the end around, and Haldane
Haldane carry goes for 6 yards and bring up
has
second
second
down
and
and
4
4.
from the 30, from their own 31.
Haldane continues to move the ball every play, getting positive yardage.
And the clock.
The clock is still moving, which is not on Rhinebeck's side right now. So let's see. I know their defense is anxious to make another big play and give their offense the ball back so they can try and get back in this game. The snap is taken by Santos, and we have a flag on the play. This one is thrown up, and this one is nearly caught. Looked like it might have been pass interference.
And that pass falls
But it was
incomplete.
thrown
This one is
before
caught.
there's a flag down on the field.
Now we have an injury on the field as well, along with the flag. Down for Haldane, it looks like Percacciolo.
And we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports.
Back here with LMC Varsity Sports. It'll be second down and 8 after the penalty for Haldane.
As opposed to third down and 4, or third down and 3, if you decline the penalty.
So this one is handed off to Giacinto, and he tries to get upfield, but he's stuffed by a slew of Rhinebeck defenders. It'll be third down at about
That play
7.
for the Blue Devils goes for a short gain. It'll bring up third down. And on the tackle for the Black Hats, number 70, Gennaro Bianco.
Haldane, third down. This is a big play for Rhinebeck's defense. They need to stop here in order to force the punt, get the ball back with 5 minutes to go for their offense, try to get a score. And Haldane will be receiving to start the second half. So Rhinebeck definitely wants to get some momentum going. before the second half.
Big play here.
So it's Santos. He buys himself time. This one is tipped up in the air, but still caught by Giacinto for no gain on the play.
And that screen pass.
It actually looks like he lost one.
Sam Giacinta. However, it goes for a
Good
loss.
tackle by Felipe Danza.
So it'll be 4th down, and Haldane brings in the punt team. Just what Ryneck wanted to do, get the ball back with a little bit of time. And back to return for the Panthers is Ryan Ramos, who already has 1 special teams touchdown on the afternoon.
That was a kick return of 80 yards for a touchdown. See, maybe he could have the punt return.
So punting is Matt Champlin.
The double.
This one sails
Good punt.
over the head, and this one will be out at about the 33-yard line, and that's where the Panthers will take over.
At the Black Hat 32-yard line, where it'll bring
So that
up
was a
first down
43-yard
for
punt
the
because it was
Black
from the 25. So that's a 43-yard punt and a good one. Champlin, and
Yeah, good strong punt from Champlin.
he has the form. It looks like he could kick the extra points, although they have converted the 2-point conversions.
It's probably a little different off the tee.
It is, but
with the accuracy and everything.
yeah.
So Ryneck takes
Punted.
over at their own 33-yard line. With 4:17 left to go in this first half. Evan Falco with Simon to his left. And 3 wide receivers. Falco drops back the pass. This one's going deep, and he has a man. And this is caught
Ramos.
by Ryan Ramos, and he's brought down by Champlin. And a big play for the Panthers as they get all the way down to the 22-yard line.
And after the
Look
big
like
gain,
play,
it'll be
Charlie.
first
Great
and
play,
10
great
for the
play.
Blackcats.
Looked like they could have tacked on 15 for a face
the
mask
Haldane
too, but they didn't
22-yard
call it.
line.
But it'll be 1st and 10 from the Haldane 23, just starting on their own 33. So that's a
So really the first positive play for the Panthers as Falco's back to pass again. He has a man, but this one sails over the head of Ramos.
And that
It'll be
pass
second
intended
down.
for number 8, Ryan Ramos, falls incomplete.
so it was a
It'll bring up
54-yard
second down.
completion to Ramos. He gained about
That play brings
15
us to
yards
the
on the
4-minute
play
warning for the
before.
first half. Again, that is now the 4-minute
So
warning
what
for the
Ryneck
first
doesn't
half.
want, they had a big play,
At
but what
this
they don't
moment, we'd
want
like to
is
ask
for their drive to
Natalie
stall
Tanner
here.
and her family,
They're close to the
please
red
make your
zone,
way
and
down
this is where a lot of teams have trouble executing the
track.
plays and finishing off
On
drives.
the right side of the stands. Again, down on the right side of the stands, please.
Let's go, Ryneck!
So it's Falco in the backfield, Tyler Simon to his left. He drops back to pass again, and he passes out to Simon, and he is brought down by Brad Dowd.
And that pass caught by number 24, Tyler Simon.
So that was a
Goes
loss
for no
of
gain, it'll bring
about
up
2 on the
third
play,
down.
and it'll be 3rd down. Falco still in the shotgun. Simon to his right now. Falco, a quick hitter play, and this one is John Crea
And
as he gets upfield,
made
out
by
of
number
bounds.
44, John Crea.
So it'll be 4th down and
The
about
pickup of about
2.
2. It'll bring up 4th down and short.
So this is a big play for Ryneck to keep this drive going in hopes of getting some more points on the board before the end of the half. Falco still in the shotgun. Tyler Simon lined up just to his right. And this is a quick hitch pass out to Ramos. And this one is dropped. And he might have had a little bit of room to run.
To number 8,
Would've caught
Ryan
that.
Ramos falls incomplete.
So it's a turnover
That
on
results
downs
in
for
a
the
turnover
Panthers.
on downs. It'll be
And
first
Haldane
and
will take
10
over
for the
again.
Devils.
So another drive stalls for the Panthers, Charlie. As Haldane takes over with 3.5 to go, looking to expand their lead. Not scoring any touchdowns here in the second quarter. All their points coming in the first.
As Haldane leads 24-8, and that play there, I don't know, It was 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Maybe a run, even though they've been. I mean, although if he catches that Ramos, he probably had the first down. It was a little low, but
So it's Giacinto. He has another lane, and he is dragged down by Simon after a pickup of 7 on the play. So another 7-yard gain for Giacinto.
The double carry on the play goes for 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4. On the tackle for the Black Hats, number 24, Tyler Simon.
Santos with 3 split out to the right. Giacinto in the backfield. And this is another option. Pitched out to Giacinto. He gets upfield and another flag on the play. And it looks like this one is going to be against Haldane.
There is a first down for the Blue Devils. However, there is a flag down on
Looks
the
like
field.
a block in the back. So we have a block in the back.
And that penalty is against the Blue
Haldane.
Devils.
And that will take them back.
That is a 10-yard mark off from the spot of the foul, and it'll replay 2nd down.
So that is a 10-yard penalty. And that'll back Haldane up to about the 15-yard line. It's still 2nd down. So Santos in the backfield, Giacinto right behind him. And there's another flag on the play.
And that play is whistled dead prior to the snap.
And this is a false start on Haldane, which will take them back another 5 yards.
And we have a dead ball legal procedure against the Blue Devils.
a lot of penalties for Haldane now.
Mark off, replay 2nd down.
So Haldane making a few errors on their last few possessions, stopping them from expanding their lead. Rydneck still unable to capitalize on offense. So the score remains 24-8 as time winds down here in this first half.
If you stop him here, you should call timeout, Rydneck.
So it's Giacinto. He has another lane. He gets up the field, and he's breaking tackles.
Another flag.
And another first down run for Giacinto, but we have a
flag
flag
for first down, but there's
in the
a flag
backfield.
down on the field.
So this one is in the area of holding, or another block in the back.
And the indication is a block in the back against the Blue Devils.
So this is another 10-yard block in the back penalty for Haldane. So this will take them back another 5 yards, half the distance to the goal.
Mark off from the spot of the foul and replay 2nd down.
Defense! Get that ball! Defense! Get that ball!
So it remains 2nd down. As Haldane has had 3 consecutive penalties.
Let's go, Rydneck!
Santos in the backfield, Giacinto behind him.
Stop the
3
ball!
receivers split out to his left. Another handoff to Giacinto, and he has no room to run as he's stopped in the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down for Haldane.
That's what they called.
Haldane carry on the play by number 25,
Get the
Sam
ball back.
Giacinto. Goes
Down
for no gain, it'll bring up
24-8.
3rd
They're
down.
gonna, if you stop them here, they're gonna have to punt in their end zone.
So maybe
Now they call timeout. You would let 10 seconds go off the clock, though, Coach Ianello.
And
So
we have
we'll be
a
right back
timeout on the
LMC
field,
Varsity
and during the
Sports.
timeout,
back here after the timeout from Coach Ianello with 1:38 left to go. It's 3rd down and long for Haldane as they look to try and get a first down. It's Santos who takes the snap. He hands it off to Giacinto. He runs up the middle, and he is stopped for a short gain. And here's another timeout from the Panthers. So we'll take another quick break.
Let another couple seconds run off the clock before he called it.
So 1:30 left to go, 24-8. Timeout from the Panthers. We'll be right back with LMC Varsity Sports.
For the Black Hats.
So after the second timeout from the Black Hats, Haldane is in the punt, and back to return is Ryan Ramos
Step it up!
as he stands at the 45-yard line,
Stop the ball! Got him!
waiting to return. And Champlin, this one is a good punt right to Ramos, and he has some room to run down the left side. He has a block.
wrong. That's a hold on Simon. They threw it late. That's not a touchdown. That's a hold.
Wow.
That was a very late flag. A hold on Simon. The touchdown's coming back. The back judge called it. That's a killer right there.
So
called
a
it
huge
very
play
late.
from Ramos. He gets another touchdown, but it looks like it's going to get called back
Yep.
as we have a hold.
And the indication on the field is a holding penalty
was
against
late.
the Black Hats.
So a
On
holding
Simon.
penalty against Tyler Simon takes back the touchdown.
The guy was right there, so the block on him. But it was the extra contact. He just, at the last second, he drove him a little back, and that caused it. But it looked like it was a little closer. They marked, because it's 10 yards from the spot. It was at they're saying it was at the 6. So it's 1st and 10 from the 16.
So still good field position with 1:16 left to go for the Black Hats.
You wanted those short points.
But that touchdown would have been nice. So we'll see if the offense can still capitalize on the good field position and punch one in before the end of the half.
That would have been a punt return and a kick return for Ramos, too, for a touchdown.
And after that holding penalty, it'll be 1st down for the Black Hats from the 17-yard line.
So Evan Falco back in at quarterback. Simon lining up behind him. Falco takes the snap out of the shotgun. This one is pitched out to Simon. He tries to cut it up the field, but he is stuffed. And this one is blown dead before he's tackled.
The thing was, on that holding, it was close to being a holding. It could have gone either way. But the way he called it after the guy scored the touchdown, like he called it very late. That was the problem with the call.
Right.
Like he shouldn't have called it. It looked like he wasn't going to call it, but then he called it after the fact.
So
that they
time
scored.
continues to tick
So it's too
against
late
the Black
they called
Hats.
it.
Falco back to pass. He
no.
slips, and he'll be sacked. And that is a time killer. And
You
it looks
have
like
one timeout.
they're
You
going to
have
have
one
to call a
timeout. You should use it,
timeout.
and now he does.
So the Black Hats call a timeout.
Their final
And a
timeout.
timeout for the Black Hats.
The
That's
last
their
time
third
out of the
and
half
final
with
timeout of the
36
half.
seconds left to go. We'll be right back with LMC Varsity Sports. So we're back here with 36 seconds left to go as Falco takes the snap. He goes deep up the field, and this one is nearly caught, but dropped. Another good play.
And that pass
From Nate
for
Allen.
Number 37, Michael Colasanti falls in.
That one was intended for Michael
bring up 4th down.
Colasanti, but he wasn't able to haul that one in. So it'll now be 4th down.
Very interesting here because it's 4th and 20. There's 32 seconds left. They're going to run an offensive play. I guess you have to, but if they stop them here, Haldane might have a chance to put the game away. Because they score again.
So Falco buys himself some time, and it looks like he's going to be sacked.
And now Haldane will get the ball on the 33 with 25 seconds and 3 timeouts left.
And that sack results in a
So that might have been a bad decision from Coach Iannello,
Although
leaving 25 seconds left for the Haldane offense. So we'll see what happens. So Haldane walks up to the line. Santos in the shotgun formation. He takes the snap. He hands this one off. And this is going to be for no gain. And a quick timeout is called.
no, I don't think so.
By Haldane.
No, they never called timeout. As
So
the clock
let's-
continues to run, actually. And they're satisfied with the 2 touchdown and 2-point conversion lead, and they'll go to the half.
So Haldane is going to take it into the half,
And
leading
that brings us
24 to
to
8
halftime. Again, we ask
A
all
strong
fans,
first
please
half from
remain in your seats
Haldane.
as the teams clear the field.
on Rydneck's homecoming. So we'll
And
see
we
if
will have
Rydneck
our
can
Hall of
go
Fame
into the half,
induction
regroup,
ceremony
and come
and
back
the
in the
performance
second
by
half
the
and try to make a
Rydneck
comeback.
cheerleaders.
I'm Elijah Ware here with Charlie McGraw. We'll be right back for the second half.
Natalie Tanner, a 2013 graduate, is a gifted runner who excelled on the cross-country and track teams during her years at Rydneck. Natalie was a competitive distance runner as she joined the team, but hit her stride at the end of her junior year, winning the Class C Section 1 title and garnering all-state recognition. The end of her junior year was the start of what would be a record-setting senior run. During her senior season, Natalie was honored with the ComEd Scholar Athlete Award for her stellar performances during the season and academically for her work in the classroom. She capped her senior season off by capturing the Class C Section 1 Cross Country Championship and topped that by winning Rhinebeck's first ever Class C Cross Country State Championship. In the spring, she outran all competitors in the 1500 meter race to claim the league and section titles. Natalie ended her unparalleled career at Rhinebeck as a 3-time section and 1-time state champion. She continued her competitive career as a distance runner at Columbia University. In 2015, she earned all Northeast Region honors, finishing in 14th place. In 2016, she was the second team All-American in the 5,000 meters and an NCAA 2016 Division I Outdoor Track All-American in the 5K, placing 15th overall. In 2017, she was the Ivy League champion in the outdoor 10,000 meter, all Ivy League in the indoor 5,000 meter, while being an NCAA finalist in both of those races, being only one of 3 athletes in Division I to do so. Natalie ended her career at Columbia as a 3-time All-Ivy academic, a 3-time USTF CCCA Academic All-American, a 3-time All-American. She graduated from Columbia with a BA in Neuroscience and Behavior and presently works at the Memory Lab at Stanford University, studying the aging brain and Alzheimer's disease using neuroimaging. Natalie competed in the German National Championships, placing 5th in the 5,000 meters, and in the European Championships, placing 14th in the 10,000 meters for the German national team. She also helped the German national team to a bronze medal finish by placing 13th in the European 10K Cup. At home, Natalie trains and competes with the Strava Track Club. Congratulations to Natalie Tanner, class of 2013, and the 2018 Athletic Hall of Fame inductee.
Back here for the second half, Elijah Ware alongside Charlie McGraw. And it'll be Haldane receiving the second half kickoff. And it is an onside kick, and this one is caught by Santos as he recovers. And it'll be Haldane taking over at the 44-yard line.
And that kickoff was covered by the Blue Devils at their own 43-yard line.
Haldane knew what they were doing there as they were ready for it, and they recovered it easily. Not Rhinebeck's best effort on the onside kick either, but a good idea.
Yeah, he didn't quite get that bounce that he wanted to get on that onside kick. It just kept rolling on him. So it'll be Haldane taking over at the 44 with good field position, being up 24-8. All of their scores coming in the first quarter. So it's Santos with Giacinto in the backfield. And it will be Santos keeping this one, and he has a lane, and he breaks this one to the outside. And it looks like he has enough for a first down. Getting all the way up to the Rhinebeck 45-yard line.
Enough for a first down. It will be 1st and 10 inside Black Hat territory at the 45-yard line. Get on the tackle for the Black Hats, number 11, Luke Murphy.
The Blue Devils back up to the line of scrimmage.
Defense!
Three wide receivers. Santos and Giacinto in the backfield.
Defense! Defense!
Santos sends a man in motion, and this one is fumbled, and this one is recovered by Santos.
And that fumble on the snap.
And that could have been a big play for Rhinebeck to get a turnover, just as what happened to them on their first drive of the game.
Loss, it'll bring up 2nd down.
He fumbled the snap and then was able to recover it. Was Santos. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the 50-yard line. And Rhinebeck, this is a big play here, because if they can not hold them at 2nd and make it 3rd and 15, that would be a big play. Because they can't allow them to score again. They can't. They're already down 2 scores on 2 two-point conversions.
Santos, he makes a pass. This one nearly picked off, but this one hit the ground.
And that pass
by Luke Murphy, the freshman, nearly picked it.
So this is where Rhinebeck wanted, Charlie. A 3rd and 15. So if they can get a stop here, they might be able to force a punt and get the ball back. Try to get some momentum going here in the second half. So So it's Haldane up to the line. Santos in the backfield with Giacinto to his left. And Rydek is bringing some pressure, and it's a draw play to Giacinto, and he makes a cut, and he keeps his feet moving, and he drives up the field up to the 34-yard line, and he's very close to a first down.
He got it.
And that carry goes for 16 yards.
And that is a 16-yard gain, and he does have enough for a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. A great run by Giacinto.
Great run by Sam Giacinto. And it'll be 1st and 10 as it was 3rd and 15, and Rydek had Haldane where they wanted them. Midfield, they had a run, but Giacinto had other ideas, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35. And
this will be a flag.
And prior to that snap,
false start.
We have flags down on the field.
So we have a false start.
A false start penalty against the Blue Devils.
So a 5-yard penalty will make it 1st and 15 for the Blue Devils.
Bring up 1st down and 15.
So Giacinto lined up behind Santos. And he'll get the ball again. He makes another cut, keeps his feet moving. And he is brought down after a 6-yard gain.
That carry goes for 7 yards, and there's a flag down on the field at the end of the play.
And we have another flag down on the field. And this one is against Rydek. And it looks like they had too many men on the field.
Just decline that 5-yard penalty.
So this will add to
Oh, it was after
the end of the run.
There's too many men on the field? No, it's a 10-yard penalty. I didn't see the call, I'm not sure.
So this is a big penalty going against Rydek. And Haldane is now in the red zone.
And
in a good scoring position.
Mark off, which is enough for a 1st down.
So it's Santos, he'll take the snap. He's back to pass. He sees a lane, and he will be sacked. This time by number 77, Matthew Teller.
Black hat sack on the play, number 77.
John Priya touched him, and then Teller finished it off. As it'll be 2nd and 11.
2-yard loss, it'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
So Daniel Santos back in the shotgun once again. Giacinto to his left.
Defense!
He has 4 wide receivers.
Defense!
And this one is handed off. Cholo, and he takes it all the way for a touchdown.
Untouched.
Not touched. He had found a great seam within the defense. He takes it in, and it's now 30-8 with 9:17 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. And once again, Haldane is going to go for 2.
Don't have a kicker for the extra points as Thomas Percacholo runs 20 yards untouched for a touchdown, and the line is on the other side.
They're in a pretty weird formation, and they'll go the opposite way of all their men, and this one is thrown up to Giacinto, and a good play by Luke Murphy in there to break up the 2-point conversion. So it's 30-8, 9:16 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, and Rydek has some work to do on their homecoming if they want to get back in this game. So we're back here after the touchdown run from Percacholo. It's now 30-8, Haldane in the lead, and Rydek has Simon back to return. This one will bounce back. And it's picked up by Colasanti. He looks for a lane. He has some room to run. He breaks it to the outside. He's still running, and he gets this one past the 50 and up to about the 46-yard line.
Great return by Colasanti, and that'll give Rydek, and we'll have to see their offenses. They've only had the special teams touchdown, Ryan Ramos, as their offense has been inside the 20 twice, and they have failed to score both times.
And both drives stalling with the turnover on downs. They have no field goal kicker, so that points weren't an option that way. So we'll see what they can do with Evan Falco on this drive. Simon lined up to his right. This one is a quick hitch to Ramos and another drop Actually, not Ramos. This one looks like Donza, Felipe Donza.
And that pass
drop.
for
No, that was Ramos.
falls incomplete. It'll bring up second
Yeah,
down.
Dan's is there. It was Ramos, you're right.
Oh, okay, it was
Yeah.
Ramos. So 2nd down and 10 for the Black Hats. Well, Falco has 4 receivers. He passes this one to Colasanti, and he makes the catch,
Yep.
but his knee was down.
Okay.
Pass
by a
is
gain of
complete
6 on
to
the
number
play.
37, Michael Colasanti.
So Colasanti makes the catch on that one,
7
and it's
yard
now
pickup. It'll
3rd
bring up
down
third
and
down
4.
3.
His knee was down and then he was touched, so. But he just caught it as it was low pass, and Falco is there in no huddle.
So Falco is ready to take the snap. This is a high snap. Falco controls it, passes this one out to Simon, but he couldn't catch that one. It sails right by his head.
Tyler Simon falls incomplete. It'll
So
bring
it's
up
now 4th
down.
down and about 4. And this is a big decision for Coach Ianello.
Looks like they're gonna punt.
And Falco
gotta-
comes out of the game, and it looks
Don't
like they're
agree
going to
with
punt.
this. They gotta go for it, but I mean, maybe they got a fake one up their sleeve.
So Corderaro back to punt. Giacinta back to return for Haldane.
I mean, even though the offense hasn't done much, I mean, they had a couple of passes to Ramos and stuff, and he'll punt it.
So Corderaro punts this one away from Giacinta and out of bounds. A very short punt.
And the punt by number 88, Matt Corderaro, carries out of bounds.
20 yards, 22 yards.
Down at the Blue Devils' 23-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10 for Haldane.
So a
20.
22-yard punt. And Haldane will take over at about the
And with this
24-yard
stoppage in
line.
action, we'd like to give all the fans a few results from earlier in this homecoming weekend. In games played yesterday, the girls' soccer team tied rival Blindbrook 2-2.
Daniel
And last
Santos
night,
in
the
the
Rhinebeck
backfield.
volleyball team defeated
Giacinta
Woodlands
to his right
3-0, 3 games
As
to
he
none.
prepares to
and
take
they
the
are
snap,
8-6
and it's another
overall.
option. He decides not to pitch it, and he gets wrapped up by a number of Rhinebeck defenders.
Might have been a horse collar. I think that was a horse collar against Rhinebeck.
That carry there for
hit him
Woodlands
high.
goes for a short loss. There is a flag down on
Santos.
the field.
So we do have a flag down on the field,
The older official threw the flag from the far side.
and they call it a face mask.
Oh,
It's
face
a face
mask.
mask
That-
against the Black Hats.
That wasn't a face mask, that was a horse collar.
Yeah.
You should get his eyes checked, but. It's just so amazing how bad the refs are in Section 1. I mean, it's just every game. There's just so many mistakes. I mean, that was a horse collar. It wasn't
Go
a,
easy
it
on
was
the
a face
officials,
mask.
Charlie. Go easy
I didn't,
on
there was no face mask.
Have you
there.
ever officiated
Right?
a game, Charlie?
Yeah, I used to ref soccer,
Okay.
a travel team soccer.
Okay. Oh, travel team. So the game wasn't as fast paced as varsity football, huh?
Well, I mean, it was like travel team. They picked up the flag.
They
Hey,
picked up the
they
flag
listened
on
to
the
me.
field, so there is no penalty. The results of that play will
See, they're not so bad,
It'll
Charlie.
bring us
They're
down.
not so bad.
Well, before I said, yeah, so edit that out. That whole play didn't count, basically.
So it'll be 2nd down and 13.
I thought he gained a couple of yards and said they said it was a loss. It was
So
a
this
loss.
is a pass, and Santos gets this one out, and this is Champlin, and he makes the catch for a gain of about
And that catch is complete.
7.
Number 5, Matt Champlin
so
goes for a 5-yard pickup. It'll bring up 3rd down. And on
So
tackle
it's
for the
about
Black Hats.
it's
Number
about a
24,
5 or
Tyler
6
Simon.
yard gain on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Blue Devils. $7:30 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Rhinebeck trailing 30-8. Santos takes the snap. This one is handed off to Giacinta. He's still running powerfully as he gets through the seam of the defense.
just
And
short. Just short.
it looks like he's just short of a 1st down.
They're gonna go for it with him. Give it to him. They probably.
And that carry for the Blue Devils was just
Really?
enough for a first down.
The way they
First
marked
and
it,
10
though,
for Haldane.
that didn't look like it.
So a good spot for Giacinta as he picks up another first down for Haldane to keep his drive going. As he's been the backbone of their offense for the entire afternoon. Santos takes the snap. It's another handoff to Giacinta. He breaks another tackle. He gets outside. He has a lane, and it looks like he's going to take this one the distance for a touchdown. Giacinta all the way down the sideline, and another touchdown for the Haldane Blue Devils.
65 yards. Giacinta's second touchdown run of the day. 65, and it was the first tackle. They could have had him for a loss of 1 or 2. They went for his legs, and Slippery just slipped right by him, and then he was untouched the rest of the way for the 65-yard score, and that puts him probably up to about, unofficially, about 150 yards and or more right
so
now.
Giacinta running strong.
See,
Another touchdown for the Blue Devils. They'll attempt a kick on this one to try and expand their lead 37-8.
when you're up big, you want the big kicker, listed as the tackle DN senior Adam Haldane, and Champlin will hold. Offsides.
So this one is,
or false start. Offsides.
And prior to that extra point try, there is a flag down on the field.
and this is
The ball
offsides
is encroachment against the Black Hats.
against the Black Hats.
We've been good with our calls before they.
And it looks like that Haldane's still going to go for the kick. Maybe being up so big, they want to work on some things they don't usually do.
Move up a yard.
And they will retry the extra point.
So Haldane back to kick. This one's set by Champlin, and this one is no good as it hits the back of his offensive line.
And that extra
So it
point
remains
is no
36-8, 6:54 left to go in this third quarter. And the Black Hats have a lot of work to do with about 19 minutes left to go in this game. We'll be right back with LMC Varsity Sports. So we're back here after the 65-yard touchdown run from Sam Giacinta. And it's the Black Hats receiving, and they'll get this one up to the 49-yard line where they'll start their drive.
Number 11, Luke Murphy.
Down 36-8 with 6:48 left to go in the third quarter.
Where it'll be first down and 10.
Evan Falco and his offense has to get some points on the board if they want to get back in this one, Charlie.
Definitely, Elijah. Scoring summary for Haldane. 2-yard touchdown run by Sam Giacinta, first score of the game. Then he just had a 65-yard run, an 8-yard TD run by Darren Santos, and a 5-yard TD run by Daniel Santos, and 2-point TD catch for.
And this is a dart out the corral and a good strong throw from Falco to start this drive. And they're very close to a first down. And it looks like this one is going to move the chains for the Black Hats.
Yards, it'll be enough for a first down. It's first and 10 for the Black Hats in Haldane territory at the 41-yard line.
And the last touchdown was Thomas Percacholo had a 20-yard TD run. As it's first and 10, Rhinebeck on the 41, and Haldane calls timeout. I don't know if they had everyone in there or they weren't ready, but a good timeout by Coach Ryan McConville. We'll be right back, LMC Varsity Sports.
We're back here after the timeout call from Coach Ianello.
No, I think it was McConville, Haldane.
Oh, so Haldane, and right after the timeout, we have a big sack
by the man,
Giacinta, as he's been doing it on both sides of the ball.
And the sack on the play goes for
as he comes right up the middle.
It'll bring up second down.
10-yard sack, Elijah.
And he puts Falco into the dirt on that one. About a loss of about 9 on the play. So it's Falco still in the shotgun. Second down. Simon to his left. And he's under pressure. And this is a screen pass. And it looks like it's Ramos.
Oh yeah.
So Ramos gets some of them yards back. It'll be a third and about 13 on the play.
That play for the Black Hats picks up 5 yards. It'll bring up third down.
So 3rd and 13 for the Black Hats. Falco, another screen pass, and John Crea is stuffed after a short gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down for the Black Hats.
They'll give him momentum. Forward progress of 2 yards, even though he was pushed back. And this is interesting. Before they had 4th and 4 from the 40, from the 35 or the 40. Now they have 4th and 12 from the, and they punted, and now they have 4th and they're going for it.
And this one is going deep, and this one is batted down.
I don't understand that.
And that pass intended
By Percacholo.
37, Mike Colasanti falls
Percacholo
incomplete.
batted it. Champlain was on the coverage as well, because he threw into triple coverage. But I don't understand. They had 4th and 5 from the between the 35 and 40, and they went for it.
On a blue
Actually, it was from the
stretch lanyard,
44.
something that would go over your
And
wrist. Again, check your pockets.
Right now they had 4th and
Silver house
13
key on a blue stretch lanyard was found underneath the bleachers.
from the same
If you
yard
think it might
line,
be yours,
basically,
please come up to the
and
press
they
box to
didn't.
claim it.
And then this time they went for it. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't get it, Charlie. Maybe you was thinking they were down, time is running out. Maybe try to make a move now.
And they also realized that last time they punted it, and they only punted. He only punted it 20 yards. So they started. So it was only a difference of 20 yards, and they started on the 22 and scored anyway from there.
Right.
And there, with the time running out. But last time they should have went for it.
So
And
the
now-
sun's shining bright right now on Haldane, and they'll go deep. And this one is Champlin, and he mosses a defender and takes it to the end zone for another touchdown for Haldane. And this is Matt Champlin. But we do have a flag down on the field after a spectacular
However, there
catch
is a flag
from
down on the
Champlain.
field.
Ineligible.
The indication is a penalty against the Blue Devils.
Ineligible man downfield on Haldane. So there was an ineligible guy. It wasn't Champlain. It was somebody else who was downfield. A lineman went too far downfield. So that's a penalty. And that play that was spectacular doesn't count.
Yeah, that wipes out a huge touchdown catch from Champlain.
And your Moss call.
Yeah, and his Moss. So that wipes that out, and it remains 36-8.
How about how the official, he just dropped it. None of us saw it. Nobody saw it until then after the play when you see it on the field. Like they didn't even barely threw that flag.
So the referee will mark off 10 yards.
After that penalty is marked off, it'll bring up 1st down and 20.
It'll be 1st and 20 for Haldane.
A break like that, a little too late for Rhinebeck.
So Santos in the backfield, Giacinta right behind him. He has 3 split out to his left. And this is a handoff to Giacinta as he finds another lane, and he keeps his feet moving and gets up to the 46-yard line.
And that carry on the play, number 25, Sam Giacinta.
And it'll be second
Pick up a 13,
and about
it'll bring
8.
up 2nd down.
So it'll be about 2nd and 7 or 8 coming up for Haldane. And now we have Darren Santos in the backfield as he replaces Giacinta. And this one is handed off to Santos as he makes a cut and gets up to the 49-yard line. So it'll be a 3rd and about 5 for Haldane.
For short gain, it'll bring up 3rd down. Leading the charge on the Black Hat defense, number 54, Luke Pucella.
So although that touchdown was wiped out for Haldane, they still had the ball and they keep the clock moving, which is not in Rhinebeck's favor right now.
And they keep the ball out of the hands of Rhinebeck's return game, as that's the only thing that's killed Haldane is the return game. They gave up that 80-yard kickoff return, and as this one, he stopped at the line of scrimmage of Santos, and they gave up that 80-yard, that 50-yard punt return that had the bad call on the holding. But besides that, their defense has stopped the offense perfectly.
So this is another good stop for Rhinebeck. And it'll be Ryan Ramos back to return once again for the Black Hats. Champlain back to punt.
.222 as this third quarter seems like it's taking a while, right?
Yeah, it's definitely going by faster than the first half.
That's for sure.
As Haldane has tried to keep the clock moving with their run game. And now Champlain gets the punt off, and this is Ramos. And he makes the catch, and he'll be down at the 20-yard line.
Because he had to go to the ground to secure it, and then they'll mark him down there.
And there's no return on that play because the knee was down on the field.
36-8 with 12 points scored by Haldane in the third quarter, and the rest of the scoring was in the first quarter.
So Rhinebeck unable to get anything going thus far on offense. What do you think has been the problem, Charlie?
A lot of drop passes. A lot of drop passes and the offensive, a lot of pressure on the quarterback too. To start the game, the first play of the game was a fumble on a sack because they weren't blocking as he throws it to Simon, and he'll be taken down there. But because there wasn't blocking, they sacked him and he fumbled it, and then a minute later they scored. So, I mean, that started the game off.
Right. So Craig Dowd on that tackle.
Loss of 5.
And a loss of 5. Maybe even 6. And a bad play to start this drive off for the Black Hats as time ticks away on their homecoming with the third quarter winding down. Evan Falco in the backfield, he drops back to pass again. And this is a screen pass to Simon, but this one is broken up. And a big number 50.
Simon falls incomplete. It'll bring
like
up
a
third
big
down.
number 65.
Matt Ortiz, senior tackle nose guard. Boy, he's what is he? It looks like he's 5'5", 240 pounds.
So he's definitely been a force at that nose guard position.
I think he's a backup. We saw him not playing before.
And he read that play very well. So it's Haldane. They drop back as Falco goes to pass, and he under pressure, and he tries to make a pass to Ramos. This one falls incomplete. It'll be another 4th down
and that
for the Black Hats.
Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down.
Rhinebeck unable to get anything going this entire game on offense. Falco has been under a lot of pressure. No room to run for Simon. And this is Corderaro back to punt. And this is a penalty on Rhinebeck, and it's a false start, and that will back them up even more.
It's a false start.
Giving Sam Giacinta more room to run, and he's been dangerous.
Less space for Corderaro in the punt.
4th down.
So this is a high snap. Corderaro gets this one off, and this one bounces back to the 46-yard line, or the 44-yard line.
43-yard line will be 1st down.
And Haldane will take over with great field position with 57 seconds left to go in this third quarter.
34-yard pump with a 10-yard bounce. So 24 hang time and a 10-yard kick for Corderaro. That's how I like to hit my driver. Get that hang time and get that good roll.
Nice and smooth. So Haldane, they discussed their next play as their offense has been potent this entire game, moving the ball up and down the field, throwing the ball, running the ball with Giacinta. But Giacinta is out right now, and the Santos brothers in the backfield, and this one is handed off to Darren as he finds a hole, but another flag on the play.
How many penalties is that now for Haldane? 15? More than 10.
Yeah.
And they're still up 36-8.
So this is
illegal procedure against
illegal
the Blue Devils.
procedure against Haldane. Maybe had too many men in the backfield. That's up to the receivers on the outside to communicate with the referee.
Too many men in motion, yeah. It's not the CFL, you can't go in
That is
motion.
a 5-yard mark off from the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 1st and 15.
So after the 5-yard penalty, it's 1st and 15 for Haldane.
If you're Rhinebeck, this game is basically over, but for your defense and stuff, you want to be able to get a stop.
And this one is a strong run from Santos as he gets all the way up to the 28-yard line of the Black Hats.
Darren Santos,
by number 28,
18-yard
Darren
run,
Santos.
no, 20-yard run after the penalty that was
This is
had
not
at
for
1st and
down. It'll be
15.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. And on the tackle for the Black Hats, number 11.
He does have an
Murphy.
8-yard TD run himself, so.
So they actually gave him an even better spot than what I thought. He's up to the 26-yard line. And I'm not sure what they're doing. So that'll be the end of the third quarter.
And that brings us to the end
And
of the third
Haldane
quarter.
is now up 36-8 on Rhinebeck's homecoming. So we'll have your fourth quarter when we come back on LMC Varsity Sports.
We're back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Santos will take it forward alongside Elijah Ware. I'm Troy McGraw here in the fourth quarter,
And on the carry for the Blue
36-8.
Devils, number 28, Darren
As
Santos.
Darren Santos with the run, and it'll be first down as he just got it.
Yeah, another good strong run from
With an
Santos
11-yard
after
pickup,
having
that's enough for first
that
down.
big
It'll be
run to get the
1st and
first
10.
down on the last play.
Inside the Black Hats.
So I'm looking for Haldane to really keep running the ball and keep eating away at this clock and get out here with a victory on this Saturday afternoon. Or would it still be the afternoon or would it be the evening now? No,
Afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah.
It's 5.
Okay.
Well, this game's 2 hours and 5 minutes now. As that one's handed off to Santos, Santos to Santos, and it's 2-yard gain for Darren as he takes it from brother Daniel.
The Santos brothers definitely look like the future of Haldane football. Both sophomores getting some pretty good playing time on the varsity level. And they've actually switched quarterbacks now, bringing in Ryan Irwin, a freshman, in that quarterback. So Irwin getting in on
Haldane
the
carry
action.
on the play, number 28, Darren Santos. With a pickup of 4 yards, it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this will be some pretty valuable experience for Irwin moving forward. Getting some good competition on the varsity level and as a freshman.
I heard they call him Crocodile Jr., you know, is Steve Irwin. He is very small, though.
Let's see if he got it on.
And hands it off to Santos. Thing is, backup quarterbacks usually don't get many chances to throw because they come into a point where you're running too much, and I mean, you don't want to run up the score by throwing. You're up 36-8, but I'd like to see the backup to throw a little. And even though they're in some teams' normal field goal range, as they don't have a kicker, as they displayed, they couldn't even transfer it when the long snapper to Champlain, when he got down to Haldane to kick it. So they'll go for it here, 4th and 4 at the 9. And they stop him. So Rhinebeck will get it back. There'll be a turnover, and
the Black Hats stop
we'll be right back on
fourth
LMC Varsity
down.
Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Oh, that was nearly picked off by Haldane's Darren Santos. Alongside
And
Elijah
that
Ware, I'm
pass
Troy
was
McGraw.
complete. It'll bring
Rob
us second
Moretti is our
down.
LMC Varsity Sports producer, and our cameraman next to us. And on the field, cameraman is Sean Kelly and Shane McIver. As the Black Hats have it 2nd and 10 from their own 10, and Rhinebeck, we saw them earlier in the year against Croton 34-32, and they were successful in that game because the offensive line gave Falco a lot of time to throw. In this game, they've run into a lot of trouble because the line hasn't given them much time. There, they gave him a little time and he was able to escape, but then they broke down and they were able to get him at the line of scrimmage.
And it seems like
the line has been a little off today.
Yeah, it seems like whenever Rhinebeck does throw the ball or gets a throw off, it's a hope throw. It's not really. It's thrown up for grabs,
and they throw it so much though, because they've only run like set run plays. They've only had like 5 or 10 maybe. As they have one here, and it's the backup running back, and he's got a nice opening, and the backup running back, Dimitri Hilton, marches down the sidelines. Hilton all the way to the 40, and look at Dimitri Hilton scamper. That is a 8-yard gain for the freshman Dimitri Hilton. Nice little run, the future there.
Big run from Hilton. He gets up the sideline, makes a couple great cuts at the line of scrimmage, and he breaks free for a big gain.
That was on his own 10, and he took it to the other team's 30, so 40. So that's all in all, it was a 60-yard run from Hilton. And at first, it looked like he might have got tackled at the line, but he escaped that one tackle, and then another, and then he scampered on the far sideline until he was finally tackled 50 yards later after breaking the 3 tackles, and he'll get another run, and they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Momentum, he'll get maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 9, but he's a freshman, Simon the senior, as both teams into their backup, but I don't think Rhinebeck has a backup quarterback, really.
Black Hat carry goes for no gain, it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, you look at Hilton, for a freshman, he has a nice strong base, pretty good arms, so he'll definitely be able to build on himself moving forward and be a force within the next few years.
He was open in the backfield, but instead Ramos across the middle. Ramos gets by one guy and another, and he'll score! Ryan Ramos with his 2nd touchdown of the game. A 31-yard pitch and catch right at the line of scrimmage, catching the pass from Evan Falco, and he'll go in for the score. It'll be 36-14, and Rhinebeck will go for 2.
Great run by Ramos, catching the ball, going against the grain of the defense, making a couple guys miss, and he runs it up the sideline for a big score.
So the senior Ryan Ramos, who we saw starring on the football court last winter, the basketball court, thank you, and Falco throws it, and the 2-point conversion is good.
And the conversion is good, complete to
Matt Corderaro, and so the 3-yard 2-point conversion is good, and Rhinebeck trails 36-16 with 7 minutes to go. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, following the Ryan Ramos 31-yard touchdown catch from Evan Falco. Gennaro Bianco will onside kick it. It doesn't go 10 yards, and Haldane smartly doesn't touch it, and that'll be a penalty.
And that kickoff right there is down.
Ball never went 10 yards, but they never threw a flag. If that's a penalty, it has to go 10 yards. So why didn't he throw his flag? No. So Haldane will take over 1st and 10 from their own.
From the Rhinebeck.
From the Rhinebeck
43, it looks like.
48, right? Kick from the 40. So that was an onside kick all the way. Bianco's their onside kicker, and Tella's their, which is crazy to say because you're onside kicker, so the other team knows it's coming even though they weren't lined up. But it never went. He basically missed it. I mean, he didn't want it to go that far, but he basically didn't kick it enough. You need to at least go 10 yards. And Haldane was smart because they didn't touch it. If they had touched it before it went that and Rhinebeck recovered, it would have been live. It would have counted. So we'll see the backup Irwin. He'll get the snap and he'll hand off to the big guy, Darren Santos.
Haldane carry by Darren Santos.
Santos, he's still young, only a sophomore, but I see his potential as he has a lot of room to grow moving forward. I suggest that he work on his balance and his speed. If he can get some more balance to break some more tackles and slip off of these defenders and then have some breakaway speed, he'll be dangerous for the next few years.
So Haldane 36 to 16. They have 3 touchdowns as Darren Santos runs over the Rhinebeck defender, the backup James Paul, and takes it to the 15. A nice run by Santos.
The Blue Devils.
But Haldane has 3
It'll end up being
touchdowns,
first down and 10
3
inside the
2-point
Black Hats
conversions,
15-yard
and 2
line.
missed 2-point conversions.
On the
Actually,
tackle for
no,
the
a
Black
missed
Hats,
extra
number
point
21,
and a
Miguel
missed 2-point
Santiago.
conversion. And they'll have 1st and 10 on their own 17.
You see the strength of Santos as he runs over another defender. He's been strong the entire game. He'll be the predecessor to what's his name?
Oh, the starter.
Giacinta.
Yeah, Giacinta, who's a senior.
Right.
And Darren Santos will get it. And he'll carry Rhinebeck defender. That was same one, Paul.
And a 4-yard pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Four-minute warning.
And that is the 4-minute warning for the 4th quarter.
So time winding down on Rhinebeck's homecoming. An unimpressive performance as Darren Santos has a powerful run. He gets this one near the goal line. And it'll be first and
on that
goal.
carry, it'll be first down and goal for the
Haldane.
Blue Devils.
The Blue Devils really blew this game open here in the second half, giving up 1 touchdown, scoring 2, and expanding their lead up by 20 points, 36-16 here with 3 minutes left to go.
As they have 1st and goal from the 4. Probably another run to Santos. They'll let the freshman maybe see what he could do on a QB keeper. And they don't, though. They give it to Santos, and they know it's coming, and he carries the player into the end zone, as that was Luke Murphy.
That's the thing about Santos. He's always moving forward. He's always falling forward. So when he has the ball, you know you're gonna get positive yards.
So they might let them try the extra point one more time, as that is the 2nd touchdown run of the day for Darren Santos, an 8 and a 4-yard. Him and Sam Giacinta both have 2 touchdown runs. Giacinta a 2-yard and a 65-yard, and Santos the 8 and the 4 they just had, and they will have the extra point. They put it down, and that was way right. No good. Not even the distance.
And that conversion is no good.
This time the snap and the hold were good, but Haldane couldn't do it, so he's 0 for 2 on the extra point. And it's 42-16 with 2:23 left here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Haldane will kick off for Haldane alongside Elijah Ware. I'm Charlie McGraw. And final 2:23 following the Darren Santos 4-yard touchdown run, is 2nd of the game, as it'll be Haldane who kicks off, and what was that play? That was a caught by Luke Murphy on the 40.
They tried to get Teller some love.
And they tried to toss it to Matt Tella, and he tripped over his own self, so they blew it dead. And when it went dead, the ball came loose, but he was already down, so it was ruled dead. So they tried the fumble Ruski to the big guy, and Tella's going to be in the backfield here too. senior day.
Big man on the homecoming, showing some love.
On the senior day too, which we will have coming on next, the senior day festivities, which they're doing after the game. They run it to Tella. Tella gets an opening, and Tella will have a first down. Matt Tella.
Okay, carrying the play number
he can move,
77,
12 yards.
Tella.
He's quick, big guy.
Pick up a 12
We'll have to
yards,
add
it'll be a
running
first
back to his
down.
positions.
At this time, we ask
Like,
all of the parents
the
of our
mistake,
senior
the
football
roster
players
said
to please make your
Pacella
way
was a
down to
running
the
back.
track. Again, at this time, please make your way down to the track.
They'll
Senior
keep
parents
Pacella there. So he's the third running back we've had.
from
We've
our
had
Black Hat football
Simon
team. Thank you.
Hilton, who had a 60-yard run from Dimitri Hilton, and now Tella, and the lineman, this much smaller lineman there, was from Doug
Black Hat carrying the play
Dunahee,
number 77, Matt Tella.
outside linebacker Doug
3-yard loss, it'll bring
Dennehy
up
with a
second
2-yard
down.
loss, and as he took him down along with Will Etta, and they take Tella out. So he'll have a net, if he doesn't carry it anymore, he'll have a net of 2 carries for 8 yards, 1 for 11, and 1 for -3. As it'll be run here by the freshman once again, Hilton, as his third
Black Hat
carry of the
carrying the
day,
play
the
number
60-yard
10,
carry,
Hilton.
and he had
Pick up a 5 yards. that'll
that
bring up
5-yard
third
carry
down.
and the 60-yard carry.
And that was
So-
a good, strong run from Hilton. He dragged a couple defenders and got a few yards. So I definitely see his potential moving forward. Just being a freshman, as long as he keeps working on his game, his agility, he'll be dangerous moving forward.
As Teller goes back to lineman, as Mateo Cooper had the lineman's playbook on his arm, and he tossed it to him, and it went to the ground, but the Haldane player picked it up and handed it right to him.
Number 10,
As the clock
Dimitri
winds
Hilton.
down. Doesn't look like they'll get a final playoff, but if they do, it'll be 4th and 5, as Dimitri Hilton with the 3-yard run. So Hilton will finish with around about 68, 70 yards off the bench, and the final 4 seconds, and the clock will wind down, and Haldane will win and improve
And that
to
brings us to the
5 and
conclusion of
1.
today's game.
And
Again, we ask all
Rhinebeck is
fans to
3 and
remain
3.
As
As
we get ready
we
for
will
the
have
senior
the senior day
recognition.
festivities next, but Elijah, tough loss from Rhinebeck, and they were behind the 8 ball from the get-go on that first play of the game. Was almost indicative of the game.
Yeah, the turnover, the first play of the game. One thing led to another for Rhinebeck. They couldn't get anything going on the offensive side of the ball. They had a couple touchdowns on special teams, but other than that, they really couldn't get anything going. A good, strong effort from Haldane as they came in here on Rhinebeck's homecoming and played a superb game. So everything goes to them and a good game for them. So we'll be right back with the post-game show.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the end zone closest to the scoreboard. As this evening we honor the seniors and their support system, family and friends. In alphabetical order, accompanied by his parents, Carolyn and John, number 44, senior captain John Crea. Accompanied by his mother Solange and and Frank Thanter, number 9, senior Felipe Danza. Accompanied by his parents, Debbie and Tom, number 54, senior captain Luke Pucella. Accompanied by his mother Tania, number 8, senior Ryan Ramos. Accompanied by his parents Nicole and Steven, number 24, senior Tyler Simon. And accompanied by his mother, Edie, his father, Anthony, and John Commons, number 77, the 13-yard gain man, senior Matt Tella. The following are words from Coach Ianello, first to the parents. Thank you for making this year so enjoyable for everyone. You are the foundation of our team, and we don't exist on the field without you behind us. You have kept our many traditions alive while adding more of your own, like weekly 5-course meals in the stands. Thank you for loaning your sons to us and allowing them to experience the great sport of football. To the seniors, football is like life in that it teaches work, sacrifice, perseverance, competitive drive, selflessness, and respect for authority. And that is the price that each and every one of us must pay to achieve any goal that is worthwhile. I know when you look back at your time as a Black Hat, you'll realize how important these experiences were in helping to shape your entire life. Your endurance has awarded you a season of success, and our future looks bright because of you. Football is a part of my soul. I hope you take away from this experience a bit of that feeling that I have enjoyed my entire life. It's a sport like no other, and always remember the road is long, and in the end, the journey is the best part. Remember too, you are one of the reasons the Black Hats are on their way back. Again, those words from Coach Ianello. These words were from the seniors. Dear Coach Ianello, thank you for 4 fantastic years of Black Hat football. You and your amazing coaching staff have guided us in the right direction and given us guidance that goes beyond the sport of football. These past 4 years have left a mark on our lives that we will remember forever. Thank you for going above and beyond for us and making sure we become good, respectful gentlemen. Black Hats forever. Again, congratulations to all of our seniors from the Black Hats football program.
Back here on the post-game show, and the final score was 42-16 Haldane over Rhinebeck. Haldane improves to 5-1. Rhinebeck is now 3-3. And Elijah, it was a tough loss for Rhinebeck. Haldane played pretty good, but Rhinebeck made too many mistakes.
Yeah, the penalties for Rhinebeck definitely shot themselves in the foot. Sam Giacinta on Haldane's side, he had a heck of a game, and he couldn't be stopped on the offensive side of the ball. And Rhinebeck, they just couldn't get anything going on offense. So just a good win for Haldane and a bad loss for Rhinebeck, as they shot themselves in the foot a lot.
A couple of turnovers, and the first one of the game, the turnover led to a touchdown, and another turnover as well, and a couple other plays really cost Rhinebeck and the little things, and Giacinta was able to carry Rhinebeck as he was close to Haldane as he was close to 200 yards in running, and that was the difference there.
Yeah, big difference in the game. Haldane was able to move the ball up and down the field however they wanted, and Rhinebeck couldn't get anything going on offense, so that definitely shifted the tide.
As a lot of people to thank for today's telecast, including the executive director, Matt Sullivan. Community sports producer is Mr. Rob Moretti. Our camera crew was Rob Moretti, Sean Kelly, and Shane McIver. Once again, for Elijah Ware, this is Troy McGraw saying thanks so much for watching, and you have a great evening.